So last week I did a poll on my YouTube page voting for my next ball that I should purchase, and it was unanimous with the Storm Bionic. Unfortunately, the Storm Bionics are all sold out, so I didn't want to wait, so I ended up getting the Black Widow 3.0 Dynasty. I'm probably going to get all three, but I had to kind of limit it down to one, and I don't think the Bionic is going to be available until mid-April, in 15 pounds that is. So the Black Widow 3.0 Dynasty came out last year, and it is a follow-up to the 3.0, and the 3.0 had a really horrible cover stock. So the 3.0 was the ball that I got a couple years ago when I got back into bowling, and it completely changed my game and got me hooked on bowling. So the first 3 games I did with the 3.0 were 220s and I believe a 190 for the first 3 games, which was pretty impressive considering at the time I only had maybe a handful of 200s. And I got 200s right out the gate with a brand new ball, telling me that a ball really does improve your game if you're struggling. Ball really helps out. So that was the beginning of my addiction. So this ball, I believe, is going to be a much better cover stock than the last one. The bad thing about the 3.0, the original orange and black one, was that the cover stock died. Right, it didn't last very long. I had to service it probably once every 3 or 4 games. So hopefully this one I think is a much better improvement on the old one. So we'll see. So we're gonna do, this is another one of those videos where I'm gonna lay it out, drill it up. We're gonna take it down to the alley, roll it, and I will give you my opinion. I'll put all the specs and everything about the ball right up here if you don't know what they are by now. And here we go. I think I lucked out on the pour. I got a very good pour on this one. I haven't seen too many bad pours on this one, but if you got a bad pour, let me know. But I buy so many dang balls from Bowling World and all the other websites that I'm bound to get a good ball sooner or later. So I'm very happy with the pour. There is no HK-22C, so this smells like petroleum product. All right, so we're gonna do my favorite layout on this ball here, which is the 55 by 4 by 25. We have my Pika dry pencil. You guys are always asking what kind of pencils I use. That is Pika, P-I-C-A, found on Amazon. You get the refills, not the Nick Pro. All right, we'll go 55. I can't remember what my last layout was on my 3.0 so long ago, and the PSO did it. Might have been like a 60 by 4 by 30 or something like that. So I am speed dominant, so that's why I did 4-inch pin to pap. If you're rev dominant, you want to go up to 4.5, 5 potentially, but I need all the help I can get, so I'm going 4-inch pin to pap here. And then we go 25. 25 should give it a little bit sharper back end motion off the friction. All right, then my pap is 1 3/4 up. So all we have to do is put that 0 at the intersection there and go 1 3/4 down. And 4 5/8 across. All right, there's our bridge. There is our layout. So looks like ring finger goes right into the CG there. And we'll be a couple inches right above the ring finger for the pin. Looks like exactly 2 inches above that. So there's our layout. All right, so we put the ball on the press. So we line up the ball with the lines on the jig here. And we already have our pitches set into the XY table. We're gonna put our 31/32 alignment rod in. I'm gonna lock it down here. So all we do is simply line it up, tighten it down. Next thing I'm going to do is bevel sand the holes here. All right, next thing we're going to do is check our pitches to make sure they are good to go. Really quick to do that. And we've got 5/16, 5/16 on the money. 3/8 on the money. And 5/16, perfect. Next thing we do is check the thumb pitch. We got 1/8, and we should have 1/4. 1/4, boom. Perfect. Pitches are good. We can check the bridge as well too at this point. And we have 0.29. Anything less than 0.25 and your warranty is void. You can potentially get cracking in between there if you go narrower than that. And once again, we just get some isopropyl alcohol. We're going to clean out these holes really quick. All right, so I thought I was going to do black inserts, and then I saw the lettering on here. I thought green would look really cool. Green and purple, the Joker colors. So we'll use a green Jopo and green turbo inserts for this. And so we're just going to rasp the Jopo for about a minute or so. A little bit of Bob Smith Instacure glue. Got this line here. All we do is line it up with this bottom line. Push it all the way down. And I just put a screwdriver in there that pushes that Jopo up against the inside of the wall. And we'll let it sit there for about a couple minutes. What we can do in the meantime is draw those squiggly lines when I do cut down the Jopo. All right, we got the ball back on the jig. We have our plug cutter on. And all we're going to do is cut the top of the Jopo down so it's flush with the ball. Going to get our bevel knife and very carefully cut that excess off. And we're going to do a Jopo fit. Matches perfectly with the ball. We got a nice flush fit. Looks pretty good. Now we'll just clean the marks off the ball here. And we are complete. So we got the grips in there. We've got our Jopo in here. Looks pretty good with the green and purple. And here we go. One Black Widow 3.0 Dynasty. Very excited about this one. Like I said, this is a replacement for my Black Widow 3.0, the orange and black one, where the cover stock craps out. If you have one, you know about that. So hoping the cover stock doesn't crap out on this. From the reviews and everybody else talking about this, it says it lasts quite a long time. So we're going to take this down to the local alley and see what we can do with this bad boy. Hopefully we can put up some really good scores with it. So let's go down and check it out. Yeah, this ball is a little forgiving if you couldn't tell. This ball is definitely going with me to Reno for nationals next month. So this ball is really good. So I did 3 games with it post-league lane conditions. I got a 175, a 229, and then a 248. So since the lanes weren't exactly fresh oil and they were a little burnt up, the 2000 service seemed to work for me. So I may have to bring this down to 1500 if I want to use it for game 2 or game 3. I could possibly use this game 1 and maybe bring the service down to 1000. We'll kind of see what it does. Right now in league, I'm rolling the Zero Mercy Solid, so I think this will be a very good step down for me once that one kind of burns up a little bit. But all in all, I'm very happy with this ball. So I thought it was pretty funny. So there's 3 scores that I put up today were almost identical to the scores that I put up with my very first Black Widow back in the summer of 2024. The orange and black one. It's a little bit higher scores today, but almost the same. If you don't mind, give me a like. If you like the video, make sure to comment down below. Let me know if you guys have this or you plan to get it. And then if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I do reviews on every single ball that I get. The next ball that's coming in the mail is the Brunswick Alert. I've heard so many good things about that ball, I just had to get it. I haven't heard one bad thing about it. So that'll be my next ball. I'll probably get that next week, and then I'll do a review on that the week after that. So maybe if I get that in time, that may also be a Reno National ball too as well too. I may have to bring a bunch of super strong balls up to Nationals just because of my rev rate isn't exactly the highest, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.